Panther Strikes Again, coming to a hilarious end. Do not miss the conclusion when Inspector Dreyfus attempts to use his evil machine to destroy the whole city. What a funny movie. Hope you're enjoying it.
And don't forget our show next week. Back by popular demand, our movie will be Red Dawn with Charlie Sheen and Patrick Swayze. A good one, to say the least.
And also next Saturday, we return to our noontime show. Our movie at noon, a very scary mystery called Stage Fright.
And don't forget, if you sent in a birthday, we will have it on right after the hilarious conclusion of our movie. Now, speaking of birthdays, today is B. Arthur's birthday. Guess how old she is? Guess how old Maud is?
Maud?
Within 3 years.
70.
63.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sorry, Maud.
And happy birthday to Stevie Wonder today, who's singing right now. Guess how old he is? How old? 39.
That little kid who sang The Sunshine of My Life is 39.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay, moving along now, since our movie tonight features the great Inspector Clouseau, we dusted off this mini mystery of our own.
I just called to say
I remember it as though it were yesterday. Inspector Bush, Constable Smythe, and I were aboard the 7:20 out of London. The inspector was put on the train in London, instructed by Scotland Yard to find out who murdered Sir Everett Strongheart, the world-renowned British movie producer. I remember looking at my timepiece. It was exactly midnight. That's me. My name's Thursday. I'm a constable. The inspector was rather nervous, as I remember. He'd assembled all the murder suspects into one car. The inspector studied the suspects carefully. Lord Bennington. He could have killed Sir Everett, his motive jealousy. Sir Everett was a superior cricket player, you see. There was Sir Everett's nephew. He could have killed his uncle for his inheritance. It could have been Bruce Strongheart, the famous hair designer. Sir Everett once threw him physically off his movie set. Or perhaps the Russian Countess Svetlana. Her political views were opposite those of Sir Everett. Then there was the wealthy American John Rinaldi, who was the only one without an obvious motive to commit the crime. I can still remember the inspector's first words to the suspects.
You're probably wondering why I've called you all here. 1, at my feet lies the body of Sir Everett. 2, he's dead. 3, he was stabbed to death with a knife from the dining car. And lastly, the murderer is in this car. All of you had an obvious motive for stabbing Sir Everett, all but one, that is, the American, which made my deduction more difficult. But nonetheless, one of you shall hang for this hideous crime. And that person is you, the American.
What? Okay, you think you're pretty smart, don't you, Inspector? Sure I did it, but you'll never get me in.
Grab him!
Never! Okay, you've got me, but I'm glad you here. I couldn't stand those lousy, boring English movies he made. I'm glad, huh? Glad I did it.
Poor chap. But tell me, Inspector, how did you know it was American that committed the crime?
Elementary, Lord Bennington, elementary. Come on now. Come on, hurry!
They complain about all kinds of sort of embarrassing.